And we're back. Day 104 of the winter cut. I still feel a little bit weird about calling this a winter cut because judging by the calendar, it's very much springtime, but Calgary looks like this outside. So we are rolling with the winter cut theme for sure now. But I got good news and I got bad news today. The good news is that I was 232 pounds this morning and somehow still don't feel like I'm gonna die that much. The bad news is that what I had planned for my training in the team training programming app is I was planning on running a comp squat this week because the mono, I thought it was gonna be here, mono still isn't here, and even worse news, all the power racks back there are like the platforms underneath them are getting glued together. So I gotta walk way, way, way over here so that I can come over here to this room to run some SSB with a really freaking low box. The reason we're running the low box is because there's only bumper plates on this side of the gym and the other plates are literally half a mile away. I figured the low box will let me get something kind of hard in without needing to do a half-mile farmer's walk with a bunch of 45s. And I guess first thing to try to find out here is, can I even make it down to the box? I'm afraid. I mean, it's bad, but it's not like that bad. We'll be okay. Get a little further back, just so I can sit down to it instead of having to reach. That will be good. I also realized that because all the deadlift platforms are being glued together right now, I'm gonna have to find something else to do instead of the sumo speed pulls this week. Double also, Tyler showed up for second day in a row.
Seconds for which?
You're here for the second day in a row.
Yeah.
2 streak.
I just got to keep it going.
Yeah. Make her 3. Tight touch. Good. Straight to 2. And I did bring the ProLock camber attachments in because when I realized the racks were gone, my plan B was to run Buffalo Bar with the camber attachments, which would have been really fun, but Miana wanted to run the Buffalo Bar, so fun plan foiled. So I guess that means we're just gonna have to roll with the less fun plan for me, but once again, it'll probably turn into a more fun plan for you guys. Hopefully. I'm doing the stupid bullshit thing where I'm looking down for the box just because I don't trust where I am. I gotta cut that out. Yeah, probably scooter ahead. Because with the box squat for raw powerlifting, we want to make sure that we're sitting down to the box, not sitting back to the box, so we can stay in our quads and stay in a pretty close to our raw squat groove. Woo! That was a better touch. Yeah. Good. Where do you want to go?
Where you want to go?
I mean, I want to go straight to 3. Do you want to be brave?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna get heavy pretty quick. And what I'm hoping you guys notice there is like how I'm getting set on the SSB. What I'm really trying to do is brace ribs down like I always do. And then on top of that, I'm trying to drive my head backwards into the pad to set the upper back. And then I'm extending the triceps against that head pack to give me even more tension. Man, you wanna grab side? Lock in. Good. Sick.
That moved a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah. And I mean, if I made Tyler take that jump, I gotta go straight to 4. Hopefully this decision doesn't come to bite me in the ass. Was that phrased weird? Hopefully this decision doesn't bite me in the ass. That was better, right?
Yeah.
And I think for my safety and everyone else in the room's safety, that might be it for today. I felt my loose skin shift underneath my belt, and I thought something like tore before I realized it was just my loose skin. And it was a little bit frightening, not gonna lie. Okay, so making Tyler touch this, you guys know what I was talking about though. But like, there's like a weird amount of skin around my belly button, and like, do you feel that like wiggle?
Yep.
Like that's what I felt.
Did that go under the belt?
That's what I felt under the belt. Move like halfway down. It was just like, I was trying to get Mianda to touch my belly button so she could feel the weirdness, but she hates belly buttons because she's no fun. And Tyler's going 3.25, which has me very worried that the guy that walked in the gym and could barely squat 135 10 years ago might beat me on a squat variation for the first time ever. Well, it's like you have a strong back, and it's like you can just like almost advantage it.
Yeah.
And it's like now that I'm skinny, I just don't have the belly to support myself. It's just like, fuck, this is not
Yeah,
good.
when you're
We're waiting for Miata to spot Tyler because she's going pee right now, FYI. You know what I think the coolest part about this diet is like before I'd always like lose weight just to like make a weight class.
yeah.
But like right now I'm losing weight for personal development's sake and more self-control. I think it's like because I'm doing it with that goal, it feels way easier and I'm like not nearly as tempted because it's like the goal of this is to be less tempted and I'm just not tempted because I'm making that the goal.
It's like changing the a lifestyle
Yep.
habit almost.
And I think that's like
Just
the only way I'll make it
almost.
actually work. Because like when I was doing it before, I was just like make the weight class, and then it's like, well, we can eat again. We made the weight class, and it's just like, fuck, we're back to 300 pounds. And I think the other thing too is like having this and having to talk about it every single training day is I really, really, really hope that if I fuck up, the comment section will yell at me so that I'm less likely to fuck up again. And like I think the fear of the comment section yelling at me is gonna keep me from fucking up for the long term, hopefully. We were just joking that when the powerlifting stuff is in this room in the very near future, we're gonna have to get like a set of walkie-talkies just so that we can like, if someone's over there doing accessories and we need a spot, we can just like walkie-talkie instead of having to walk half a mile to go grab the spotter. Because that could be a bit of a problem. Let's go. Big pack. Good. Settle. Tension. Pull, 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 pull. Yeah. What do you think?
That moved really good.
Yeah, you wanna? You wanna?
I'll try 4.
I was gonna say 385, but if you want to
Okay.
be, if you want to be really brave,
I got spotters. Fuck it.
apparently Tyler's coming for the throne, and because of the needing a walkie-talkie problem, I'm just gonna chill out here for probably another 5 minutes to let Tyler get his rest time in for his next set, and then we're gonna go move on. But even if I'm not doing sumo speed pulls, I can still make this extended rest time a little bit more productive for my sumo. Not really, I kind of just wanted to try this machine, and it feels very, very, very uncomfortable, so maybe I probably should actually try it more often. What are you doing?
Should I take advantage of you in this vulnerable position?
No. Yeah, I feel very unsafe. Like, I couldn't escape if I wanted to right now. Like, I'm just stuck. Legs spread. The way Tyler's looking at me right now makes me very nervous. I should probably undo. But I mean, at least we got him extra riled up for this set. Yep.
Come on.
Big pack. Settle.
Patience here.
Big tension, big tension. Good. Yep.
Yeah.
Man, definitely use the spine there, but
Yeah. I like you said, took advantage of my strong back.
very not stoked that Tyler squatted the same weight as me, but very stoked for my little buddy that he finally had a good squat after so long out of the gym. I hope the key was in frame. I wasn't sure if the camera was pointed at him because the monitor's on that side and I'm on this side, so not going to retake that shot. And I figure we should probably vlog Miana's top set just so there's one Ellsworth not embarrassing themselves on the vlog today.
What if I hurt?
Well, pressure's on, don't do it. I mean, do the squat, don't do the embarrassment. Lock in. Good, you're square. Keep it. Yep. Find that tension. Big in there, right? Good. Hard quads. Yeah. Pull, 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 pull. Yep. Good. Big pack, hard quads. Yep. Through. Quads, 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 quads. Yeah. There you go.
There was a second there where I wasn't sure.
PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how I like being the worst squatter in the room right now. And because I can't do sumo speed pulls today due to all the platforms being glued together, in the team program app right now, swap an exercise around, which is really easy to do. If you want to change something, all you need to do is just like press the button, swap exercise, put in whatever you want to put in, or better yet, put in what we're telling you to put in the community. Because the coolest part about the team is like, it's not just the program app that makes it valuable. It is that the community lets you post what you're doing so that I can tell you exactly what you need to be doing in the program so that you can go do it. And then in app, you just swap the exercise out to what you need, and then you're able to do exactly what you need to make better progress. And the exercise that I swapped in was a hack squat because I've been eyeing this thing up for a lot of weeks, and I'm really excited to see how it feels, even though I can... Oh, they're out? Which way? Where are they? That way? Okay. Yeah. Okay, now that I got that figured out, let's get into her. Narrow, quaddy, trying to squeeze knees in actively to get some attitude magnus in with the narrower stance as well. And this thing feels freaking smooth. I am a very big fan. Yeah, we'll load this up. And I got some really freaking cool news in regards to the team because the team won the school games, which is a competition hosted by School, the platform that the team is hosted on to see which groups can have the biggest amount of growth with the least amount of churn or members leaving. And because we won the thing, like that means that we had an insane amount of growth that I am so grateful for, as well as everyone sticking around. Like we have some of the lowest churn on the entire platform. And the reason I'm so proud of that is because that tells me that what we are doing in there, it is making a huge difference for people, and people are sticking around and people are loving it and have so much positive feedback that it just makes it more and more and more fun for me to watch everyone in there getting better. And the reason that it is so cool is that the way the community is set up, like it really does give me the ability to give a one-on-one level coaching experience in the group setting. And because it is a group setting and you can see the feedback that I'm giving everyone else every single day, not only are you going to learn faster as a lifter, but if you're a coach, you're going to develop a better coach's eye because you're getting to see so much coaching happening. And it just becomes like the most expedited learning process possible for a powerlifter. And I am just so stoked. And like, yeah, I am pumping it a ton, but I'm pumping it a ton because it's so freaking good for people. And I think if everyone knew what they were getting inside, everyone would already be inside. Also, price is going up from $49 a month to $99 a month on April 1st. So get in there before that happens, because if you wait, you will be kicking yourself. And on that note, but not really, one of my big goals for today now is to not get beat by Tyler on 2 squat movements in 1 session. But I mean, like, at least here he can't cheat with his spine, so I might be able to come out on top. Yeah, we're kicking his ass today. On the second movement, not the first movement. I hate how hard to find the handles are to put the hooks back where they belong. And this is kind of counterintuitive, but I actually really like hack squats for teaching brace intent on a squat, because the advantage of a hack squat is that we got this nice pad behind us, and what I'm trying to do with that pad is flex my abs the entire time to push my low back into it, and that's going to teach us how to use the abs to create posterior expansion, which is going to give us a better squat brace. Tyler is half a mile away grabbing his water bottle, so I guess we are going to lead the way here. I don't know how many reps I'm going to get, but I think we can load 4. And goal here is to simply try not to die, because I almost blacked out when I got off the machine with 3 plates, so looking forward to this one. We might be in trouble.
Yeah. In front of big quads. Come on. Easy work. Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
Push. Yeah.
Woo! Just gonna hang out for a minute here, and I really hope that this hack squat, like the angle's pretty steep, so I hope it is kind of heavy, and I'm just not that weak right now. Joel's looking at me like I'm not weak right now, so I probably am. The blackouts are hitting harder this time than last time.
I'm just standing here.
And what I'm thinking now is, again, because I didn't do the sumo speed pulls, I want like a more sumo-ish leg press variation. And the problem with all of this max pump stuff is that even though it feels really, really, really good, like the foot plates are too narrow to make it kind of sumo-y. So I think what I'm gonna do is get on this thing with the feet as wide as I can put them and try to make it feel as close to the push at the bottom of a sumo as I can. And like, it's not gonna be perfect, obviously, because I'm not quite wide enough, but it does feel super freaking adductor magnus-y. So I'm gonna jam out some reps. Probably just gonna keep it a little bit lighter, a little bit feelier, good intent, because the amount of hip flexion here on the adductors with it this wide, like it feels like if I did push super heavy, it might get sketchy. So I don't know, we'll probably have to put a plate on anyway, so this is actually pretty easy now that I'm in it. Yeah, we'll go up. Okay, got another plate on. Let's do our best to not rip my taint off. Doing my best to control the eccentric. Go for a soft touch. Feels like I'm giving birth.
Looks like you're giving birth.
I'd imagine this is what giving birth feels like. Can't talk too hard.
You're not screaming enough.
Adequate effort. And what was very apparent after Wednesday's deadlift is that my ass is working pretty good if I was able to recover from that mid-range stick, but because I pushed right out of my quads off the floor and then got like murdered by hamstrings not doing their job, I haven't run the Ass Blaster 9000 for the last couple of weeks, and that's what I wrote in my program for this week. But again, I'm gonna be swapping her out for some Nordic curls because I brought the ATG Nordic bench in here, which I'm really freaking excited for because this is by far my favorite way to build hammy jammies up so that a hamstring related mid-range stick on a deadlift just goes away entirely. So we're gonna see how terrible I've gotten at these since I haven't run them for like 2 months now. That's why we're starting at the very not aggressive angle. Yeah, I need more hamstring work. Holy shit. I gotta adjust the foot plate. Make it a little more favorable. And with this thing, the foot plate adjustment, what that kind of does is that if the foot plate is further back, I have a little bit less knee extension in the bottom, so it's not quite as exposy on the knees. So we're gonna see if this makes it more doable. If not, I'll just raise the thing higher and embarrass myself. I can't believe I did this off the bottom when I was 320 fucking pounds. Like, what the fuck, Seth? But I mean, it's probably a good thing that we're doing them again if they're this bad. You don't use it, you lose it, and apparently I've lost it. We are going to get better at these. We have to get better at these. Feels like my hamstrings are going to tear off right now, FYI. I'll do another set. But I think that the exciting part about how bad I am at these is, again, knowing that with how the deadlift went, like all of the glute work I've been putting in is working, and my glutes are clearly right now not the weak link. So if I can keep making the glutes work better while bringing the hamstrings back up to where they were, like we're going to be in for something really, really, really cool when food gets back to the diet, because I'm also kind of realizing that I am feeling so flat today. So the I don't know how this is happening feeling good trend might be starting to get over. So sorry if the vlog gets boring, because I'm gonna probably have a hard time being strong. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna do my best to be strong in future episodes. It's just today's a rough day. We'll be better in the future. What I'm actually gonna do is bring it up another hole, and I'm really ashamed that I'm doing this, but what I'm gonna try with it a hole higher is just making sure that I am as controlled as possible and not cheating the way up and just making it freaking gross. And it is very freaking gross. Like that is like borderline almost dying trying to go this slow to the bottom. But oh, I screwed up that rep. I let go. It was just like, oh, fuck. Okay, come on, dude.
There you go.
Oh, that is so much harder.
Keep the intent. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get better at this because this is not very good. But I mean, like, that's why we're training, because training is supposed to be hard. So by doing the hard things, we can get better at the hard things. And that's kind of how getting stronger works. So again, being this bad, having the pull on Wednesday go as well as it did, it's exciting. And with how I'm feeling right now, as well as how good the hips are feeling, what I think I'm gonna do is still run the bad girl machine, except over here, because the one that is harder is in use, so we're just gonna crank the reps up high. But I think I'm gonna skip the good girls, because I think if I can, you know, do my hip prep better at home now that the gym is in the basement and I have a bench I can do Copenhagen planks on all day, I probably don't need to run 2 slots of the squeezing per week. And I think I should be able to squeeze something more productive in to the tail end of this workout after this gets hard enough, which is creeping up fast. We'll go heavier on the next set, but this actually has a better feel than I remembered it the last time I used it. Woo! Got spicy. Okay, full stack. And like, yeah, I am swapping stuff around this session, but one of the things I really believe is that there is no such thing as the perfect program, and it doesn't really matter what you wrote when you wrote the program. What matters is that you're doing what is the best thing that you can do given your performance that day, given how you feel, given your performance previous workouts. And like what I'm trying to show with this session is kind of the thought process that I apply when I'm talking to lifters about how their week is going and what is going on in the team, because a lot of times we'll have like something planned for an accessory on the second lower day, and based on something they did in the first lower day, we might realize like, hey, let's swap that plan out, let's tweak this a little bit, and that way, instead of just like waiting for the week to make changes, we can make changes immediately and then get more out of it sooner, so the lifter can make better progress. And again, like that's one of my favorite parts, is being able to make those tweaks on the fly for guys in there so that they can get better faster. And like that's the whole reason I love it so much, is seeing how quickly people are improving. And that's like got really hard really quickly. So yeah, we're stoked. And that more productive thing is, oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I really wanted to try this pullover machine because with how heavy my bench is feeling at the top in my hands right now, I think even though like I am doing body weight dips well, like my body weight is so low that I'm not getting a ton out of it. So I wanted to play with this guy to see if we could get a little bit more like lat serratus integration to kind of like help with that, you know, pulling through the unrack. And now that I'm actually in it, I think it'll work pretty well. The question is like, can I get in it when there's weight in the machine and I have to pull around all weird? I don't know. I think we can make it work. Let's ow, funny bone. Let's try to make it work. And I think like the strategy for getting this guy to work with a weight on it is going to be like try to push this down, hook arm around, finagle my way in, and then get in it. Oh. And now that we got actually weight on, I'm going to try to get the foot plate. I am so fucking stupid. Okay, that makes more sense. We're actually going to be able to load this thing now. Perfect, because I was a little worried I'd have to do 10 million reps there to make it hard enough. But with weight on it, that is the exact feel that I was looking for. So we're gonna put some weight on it and actually use the foot pedal to get it up so I don't actually accidentally rip my arms off. And the reason I'm so excited about this for bench is if we're thinking about lat action during the bench or just lat action in general, obviously it's going to extend the shoulder from this position, but that's not really what we want on bench because we don't want it like rowing against the pecs and front delts. What we're thinking about with the lats is the lat's going to wrap around to the inside of the humerus, and as it gets tension, it's going to help pull the whole shoulder complex downwards to create better scap depression, and because it's pulling the whole shoulder complex downwards, it's going to help get that scap to rotate around the rib cage the way that we want, and we can get that hard lock, and then just keep tension a little bit to maintain it throughout. Positioning is going to be way better, leverage is going to be way better, everything's going to be way better, and I think that's a little bit of what my bench is missing right now, so we're going to put more weight on. And one plate was, not hard enough, but decently hard, so we're going to give 2 a whirl and see where we get. Might have to actually put the seatbelt on, we'll see. No, I think we'll be fine. Oh. Big stretch, big squeeze. Trying to just like suck the scaps down. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh. Gotta remember the foot pedal because that could have gotten a little bit scary. Okay, couple 10s on, seatbelt strapped in. Let's crank. That is so much better with the seatbelt. I can drive so much harder. This is sick. Yeah, you just like, I'm like leg driving into the belt and just locks you right in. I can tell why Dorian Yates liked a very similar machine to this so much because this is very gnarly. Satisfied customer. Tyler confirms that the seatbelt was the move.
Oh, it's game changing.
Like, I've never had a machine where I actually felt like I got utility out of the seatbelt, so it's actually nice to find one that kind of worked. And my plan was to be done after that set, but Tyler slapped more weight on, and I can't let Tyler win at multiple things in one day, so I can already tell that I'm in trouble. Actually, doesn't feel like it was as aggressive as the jump as I thought it would be. It's not as aggressive as I thought. Oh.
Come on. Squeeze, pull through.
Oh. That was challenging. And gonna do something also not on my own plan today. Entirely because I really freaking missed these, and because I know that if I bring some standing abs back in, my brace is gonna feel much more better. We gotta go up. Also gotta remember to bring my Spud ab strap in because it is much more nice than this guy. And the reason that is valuable is I'm basically training the kind of ab contraction I was talking about in the hack squat, where I'm using my abs to push my low back backwards to get that posterior expansion. And obviously on a squat, we don't want to be like rounding the shit out of it, but if we can create tension in that direction, that is what's going to let us lock our brace in. Okay, round 2. As flex abs, push low back backwards, squeeze glutes, flex abs, push low back backwards. And the goal here is to just feel like you're gonna get an ab cramp, which is happening much sooner than I want it to, but that's kind of the theme of the day today. Oh. And that is it. And like, obviously, not the session that I would have loved to have. Like that squat kind of getting as hard as it was and feeling a little bit borderline sketchy on the eccentric. Like, again, I'm not happy with it, but I also know that I'm 232 fucking pounds this morning. Like, stuff is bound to start feeling not good as leverage changes, as I get lower and lower, as I start feeling more depleted. Like, I need to expect that to happen. And again, if you go back to the cutting video that I posted, like, if I try to force and try to fight it, like, that's going to cause me to make bad decisions. It's going to lead to more fatigue. It's going to lead to things getting beat up. And the biggest thing that I want to do at the end of this cut is be as not dead as possible and as not beat up as possible, so that when I do get food back in, like, I can make that training more effective versus trying to just like combat all of the fatigue I accumulated through the diet. And I think like the most important thing that I can do right now, like with this vlog, is just show that, you know, having these kind of days where stuff isn't going perfect because of circumstances outside of the gym, mine being diet related. But the point is that even if the session doesn't go great, you don't feel great. Like, I do not feel good at this point in my life right now today sitting here, but I still had a session that was productive. I still had a session where I had a lot of fun. I still had a session that I know will do enough to keep me moving forward in the long-term big picture, because always the long-term big picture is the picture that matters. Because one single session, it doesn't mean shit. Like, one session isn't going to build a meet. One session isn't going to build a training career. We just need to keep stacking sessions back to back to back to back. And that is what I'm trying to do right now. And that is what I'm trying to teach in the team, is just getting dudes thinking long-term, getting dudes thinking about not this week, but what can we do this week to make next week better? What can we do the week after week to make next week better? And if we can keep that mindset and have every week build into the next, so we can just keep on building, that is where cool shit happens. So peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.